want you to really think about this. We as women have to go through the exhaustion of dating for little to no return on our investment, like it's the biggest scam in history. We have to put on makeup, use heat on our hair, take the tags off a perfectly good outfit, and waste 6 sprays of designer perfume, all to sit across from a man who cleans his ears with his keys and doesn't know how to tuck his shirt in properly. And we have to sit there, pretending to be interested while he talks about being an all-star athlete in high school, just to get back home and find out that he's only good with his hands when he's holding onto an Xbox controller. Because I would much rather spend 5 minutes with something that fits comfortably in the palm of my hand, sounds similar to an electric toothbrush, doesn't forget to call me back, and can move at speeds faster than his unwashed hands could ever pretend to. And I'm sure you would too. So I'm giving away free bzz or gift cards to everyone with Balesa when you sign up with the link in my profile. Because friends don't let friends go without orgasm.
You gotta love how these chicks rant about how they have to get ready for a date. They have to put on makeup and put on some clothes. And, you know, as if that's some big spectacle, like errand that they have to do. Some chore, right? When... For guys, for us to even be in a position to date women, I mean, you know, especially as an adult, you have to live in the right neighborhood. You have to drive the right brand of vehicle. You have to, you know, have worked on yourself. I mean, you know, for guys who have access to a lot of women, the reason they do, if they're not, you know, blessed with, you know, Chad type looks, the reason why they do have access to a lot of women is because they've spent their entire life, I kid you not, working on themselves, building their character, their confidence, their finances, you know, their physical appearance. They've worked on themselves their entire life to be in a position to date and have access to women, right? This is beyond the guy also having to get ready, having to put on his clothes, having to work out, having to worry about his health, his fitness, his diet, you know, all of that on top of everything else that he has to do in order to date women. Whereas for these women, most of them, all they do is get ready, right? All they do is get ready and show up. Most of them don't really have any accomplishments. Not that we would care anyway. We don't care if you're a boss babe. We don't care if you know, are the CEO of your firm or your attorney office, whatever. We don't care. We don't care about that stuff, right? Just show up. That's all you need to do is show up. I mean, literally, that's why there's that running joke for women. All you need to do is show up, right? Show up and smile. That's all you need to do. Doors will like just kick wide right open for you. But for guys, we don't have that power, right? We have to do a whole lot more than just show up. And it just kind of disgusts me when these women don't value that. They don't value what it takes for a man to get to a certain level in life that most men cannot reach, right? I don't like it when I meet a woman who does not value the hard work that I've put into to build my business, to become successful, to, you know, become one of the top PUAs in the world. I mean, I don't like it when the girl just ignores all that as if it's nothing. I don't care about any of that stuff. No, I just, you know, I don't care. None of it matters to me. Okay, then don't date me, right? I mean, it's not like, you know, you're looking for a gold digger, but you're looking for somebody who will appreciate the fact that, hey, I went through the trials and tribulations to get to where I am. It was a lot of risk, financial risk. It was a lot of sacrifice, you know? And if you don't see the value in that and the fact that most men don't reach that level, if you can't appreciate that, this ain't gonna work, right? I want a woman who's gonna appreciate what I bring to the table. Because if she can't value what you do bring to the table, then you don't have to be like millionaire or anything like that. I mean, you could just be a good guy with a great job, you know, that gets your stuff to, you know, that handles your crap, right? If she doesn't even value that, she's not going to value anything, especially if you become successful. She won't value that either. So why even waste your time with her? Okay. So this is a chick, another one of them that, I mean, there's no surprise why she doesn't have a man, why she's still single. She even just ranted on about why, like, she's complaining about being ghosted. Of course they're ghosting you, because guys don't want a woman like that, right? Guys don't want a woman who only thinks about herself and what she brings to the table. Guys need to be seen and heard too, right? Especially us, right? If we don't feel valued or appreciated, we're done. Okay, because for us, there's a lot of work and, again, just a lot of balls and risk involved in becoming bigger than what we are and becoming larger than life, and no woman should take that for granted. And if she wants to put on the same, if she wants to equate her like putting on makeup and putting on some clothes to meet you for a date to that, I don't think so, right? That's not a fair comparison. That is a completely delusional comparison. But let's roll on to the next clip, shall we?
Someone saying that they are a high value individual doesn't mean that they are a high quality and high integrity person. So the issue right now is people classifying high value as someone having a good career and someone who is rich and wealthy. But that doesn't mean anything. That person can also be low integrity and of low quality of character. Having money and success professionally doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you have a high integrity, nor do you have respect for self and others. Nor does it mean that you are honest and a trustworthy, dependable person. High quality and high integrity, honest, dependable, trustworthy people are hard to come by these days. It's sad how people classify high value to money and status and power and how tall they are. High value doesn't mean high integrity. Just saying.
All right, sounds like this is a chick who probably got dumped by a high value guy, right? Sounds like she's had access to some top level dude that had money and traded her in for a younger model. That's what I'm reading from this little rant of hers, right? It looks like she wasn't bad looking in the day, and then she probably got a bit older and she got a bit mouthier, and the dude had enough and he traded her in for a younger model. I've done that myself, and I'm sure these women would say the same about me. But however, they're totally wrong, because in order to become a man of success, in order to become financially successful, especially in your own business, you have to build a product of value. You have to sell a product that has value, and you do have to have integrity, because if people aren't happy, they're not going to give you money. People aren't happy, they're going to complain, right? I mean, and they're not going to buy from you, and you're not going to become successful. The way to become successful is to add value to another person's life, right? In 2024, that is how businesses are run. Maybe back in the day, you could cheat people, get away with it, but with the internet these days, it's almost impossible, right? I mean, you'll be plastered all over the internet within 24 hours if you're scamming people. I mean, it happens all the time. So when it comes to people who reach a level of success in their business or even their careers, it's because they worked hard and they have offered a whole lot of value, more value than they are willing to take, or more value than they are asking for in monetary compensation. Right? And this is what makes them successful, is they're bringing something to the table that very few people and very few businesses or products or services do. So she's totally incorrect about that, right? Are there some scoundrels out there that are able to get away with it? Sure. But for the majority of people that I meet are business owners and that are successful, even beyond business owners, doctors, lawyers, engineers, people who work hard in their career and become financially successful. It's because they work hard, they put their heads down, they sacrifice, they take risks, they have integrity, they have self-discipline, and they have self-belief. So to me, that is absolutely high value, right? They could be pissing their lives away playing video games and Xbox and, going in the comments of YouTube and, doing hate comments on the 33 Secrets or whatever channel. But they don't. They're out, they put their head down, like I said, and they go to work. So she's completely wrong, and she just sounds like she's bitter because some high value dude dropped her because she got a little too loud, a little too obnoxious, and a little too full of herself, and she didn't know her place at the table, and she couldn't shut up. Because that is the only reason why you dump a chick that, maybe you met her in her 20s and she probably could have married this guy, but again, she didn't make the right moves. She became too much of a nag, and the guy just finally thought about it, and he goes, you know what, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I'm gonna dump this chick. I've got plenty of other younger women who want me, and I'm going to trade up. So that's what he did. So here she is complaining about it. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have integrity. Doesn't mean it at all. Yeah, sure. We get what you're saying. Next clip.
Being busy is the key to success for dating. And you're like, what the fuck? What does that have to do with anything? That's counterintuitive? Are we talking about toxic games here? Act like you're busy. No.
A lot of my clingy queens and kings out here are being advised to play these games of like delayed text messages, don't always accept, dates, constantly reschedule, this, that, just act busy, and then he's going to chase you. And while there is some validity, I'm not going to lie to that, you will see short-term success with that, but long-term it will fall flat on his goddamn face, because what you're doing is you're making that person be addicted and build that sort of adrenaline to the chase rather than you as a human being. You can't build a healthy relationship based off of a toxic foundation. So what I'm trying to get at here is you have to be genuinely busy. Focus on other areas of your life, your career, your family, your health, your well-being, your mental, all of that stuff. And when you do have time, you're going to allot time to a person that you believe is worth that privilege, because it is a privilege to be in your space and energy and to spend the time that you have, right? Which is not a lot of time for a lot of us. Then they're going to respect you more, right? That's just how it is. Oh, I'm aware. They're going to understand. I'm aware that this is, she only has this much time for me, and she's going to be 100% focused on me in that time. That's a privilege. That's wonderful. That's dedication. That shows a lot of healthy characteristics within a person if you're able to juggle and balance your life like that. But when we're not busy and we're constantly readily available, what that shows is that this is the forefront of my life, and that's a lot of pressure to put onto somebody. It transmutes as a sense of lack in the universe, and therefore nobody's attracted to that. And also, especially for a lot of guys, when they feel that sense of pressure, when they feel like you're constantly always readily available, that's all that you want, the spotlight's on them, they freak out. It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff when someone is like, basically, you're my whole world. Basically, I'm obsessing over you. It is intimidating. It is scary. It is a lot of energy and responsibility to deal with. And a lot of people aren't ready for that and don't want that, to be quite honest with you, because other people have other things in their lives. So find a hobby. Do for you. Create a really great team that everyone preaches about. I know it's easier said than done. And mark my words, you are going to be a little bit more attractive on the grand scheme of things to anybody and everybody that you come across. It just goes to show that you've got your together, and there's nothing more attractive than somebody that's on their own. Why are you attracted to the people that you're attracted to? Is because it appears to be like they're on their own. Like they don't really need you, but if they do give you attention, it's because they want you. And that goes from a sense of desperation to a sense of choice, which is powerful, which is a lighter, greater, healthier energy to enter into a relationship with.
Watching videos like hers reminds me of just the absolute carnage and wreckage that Chad leaves for the rest of the dudes out there when he just runs through these chicks, right? And they're just so damaged from, and traumatized from their time with Chad, that they can no longer function like a normal person anymore, right? They just can't be in a healthy relationship anymore, which is why we do classify them as damaged goods, right? They're damaged. And this chick is really no different. I mean, the amount of games that are in her head now, and the amount of strategizing to win at the dating, in the dating game, finally, the amount of chess that's going on in her head is just kind of scary, right? It just goes to show, like, she had one too many run-ins, with the Pookies and the Tyrones of the world, right? She just had, one too many relationships with these guys that really just destroyed her, and it's hard to watch, right? It's hard to watch these chicks try to function after they've been kicked out of the club, and they Chad doesn't want him anymore, because Chad, like always, right? When time marches on, he just moves on to the younger women. And she's forced to deal with the Brads, and now she just doesn't know how to operate in that world where, hey, I have to give these good guys a chance. Her mind is still operating as if she's like 21 years old and trying to walk through the landmines of all these bad boys that she's dating, and trying not to get taken in by one of them. So it's very sad to see, man. But it is what it is, gentlemen. As always, drop your comments below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share. Please drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you there in my comments. All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. Took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossafesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're gonna be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is gonna stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon. But enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.